Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey guys, it's Audrey and Vera here. We are with Lisa Ling. I said to Lisa, I said when I was a junior in college, your first year at the View, I was a intern. And I have to tell you, you were the nicest person to all of us interns. We used to talk about that. You were just so gracious to us, and we always appreciated that.
Well, I was an intern once as well, and I know the impact of someone who is kind and gracious is versus someone who's not. And so thank you for saying that.
It made a huge impact on a lot of us.
Oh,
So
thank you.
as a side note, thank you.
And she's not just saying that to you. I've actually heard this story outside of this space. So this is actually true. She means this.
Right,
She means this.
You're a liar.
She's not just saying that.
But we're right now, the last 2 days, I'm on the blogger program for Johnson's, their care council. And it's been, I have 5 children. Mira has 3 children.
What?
Yes. But we have little babies. I have an 18-month-old daughter, and you have a almost 2-year-old son.
You better know it. He's your godson.
He's my godson.
You better
Wow,
know
you girls
it.
look
And
good.
obviously,
Wow.
Lisa has her 2-year-old daughter. And, I think the common thread to all of us is that we're mothers, and we want the best for our child. And it's been amazing the last 2 days being with Johnson's, been blogging about it, as you guys see on the blog. But today was the coming together of some amazing experts and some minds for so much more. We've been hashtagging it so much more. And we're honored to be here with you. Why is it so important for you to be part of this whole Johnson's? I mean, this is a global. I didn't
Yeah.
realize just how big this was.
Yeah,
globally.
there was something like this going on in so many different countries around the world. And when I was asked to be a part of it, I instantly just thought this is such a great opportunity for me because as a mother, I cannot get enough information about how to raise my daughter better and how to raise a strong, healthy baby. And so for me, this has been a learning experience as well. And the idea of promoting the Bathtime ritual is so important because it's such a sacred ritual for my family and me. And I've seen the impact that it has had on my daughter. And so to the extent that I can encourage people to just take that time, I don't think we understand how much learning a baby's brain can develop during this time. And so to the extent that we can really cherish that time, don't have cell phones in the room, you know what I mean? And just spend that unfettered time with your daughter or your son, that's something that's really important for me.
No, when you said that too, because we and I are very connected digitally because we're bloggers. It's like the only time I don't have my phone with me.
Yeah, my husband and I have phones attached to us at all times. I mean, we shouldn't, but we just do because we're just working all the time, and we have to answer our emails. We're posting on social media constantly. But that, hour a night, if you have the opportunity, most parents are working these days and they're exhausted, but it's just an hour. It can have such an incredible impact without phones.
And it was a real game changer for me because I do bring my phone in. I do use that as a work experience. And when you were saying that and when I watched that video, I almost started crying because I realized that I was taking away from my son. Like that should have been a more special time for us.
So first of all, don't feel guilt because that's what this is all about. Okay, and I know we as mothers, when I'm traveling all the time, and it rips my heart out every time. But we can only do what we can do, and that's why events like this are so important because it just kind of like allows the light bulb to go off. Like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe this could help my child develop this a little bit. And we can't be expected to know everything, but events like these. And, when companies like Johnson's, a multinational corporation, really take the time to spend the money on research and studying different habits and rituals around the world, it just provides learning opportunities for all of us. But never beat yourself up about it. Because honestly, we could all, we as mothers, we could spend the whole day just like beating ourselves up about every little thing. And all we can do is like learn from what's in front of us now. And kind of change our habits.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea how I needed to hear that. If you go on my blog today and read a post I wrote this morning, you don't understand how I needed to hear what you just said to me right now.
Every mother
Very
I
timely.
know is constantly beating herself up.
Yes.
We have to stop doing that to
Yes.
ourselves. Because we're trying to maintain households, and we're, a lot of us are working. Yeah, and those of us who are working, we're out there doing our thing, but yet we're still like making all the doctor's appointments. We're still going on all the school visits. It's like it's so much, but yet we still feel guilty about what we aren't doing, and we have to stop doing that. Because everyone's objective is the same, which is just to raise our babies on the
Right. No, absolutely. And I feel like we're all in that 40. I know you were 10 hours during the thing. We're all in that same age bracket. My 10-year-old son the other day was saying to me, you missed my swim practice last week. And I'm like, there's 200 swim practices throughout the year. He remembers the one that I missed. And, as we all try to create our work schedules around our children as much as we can, it's, as a woman who has worked very hard to get where, I want to be, it's difficult sometimes. So to hear you say that you're mom, it's like, wow, it's a powerful thing.
And you know what, I think that whether you're a working mom or not, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, just communicating with your child and telling your child, what you're doing, how you're spending your day, what you're doing for that child. What's been so valuable about this experience here is learning how much a child before the age of 3 is actually learning and processing. And so, it doesn't seem like a child is really understanding what you're saying, but they are. That's miraculous. And I think babies, once you communicate with them, even if you think it's like this kind of obscure thing that you're referencing, there's a chance that they are understanding what you're trying to convey.
Yeah, and I know that I don't want to take up too much of your time, but just like what was for you the most shocking thing to hear from all of these experts? Like what stuck out to you the most? That you were like, wow, that's like aha for me. I didn't know that before.
That 85% of a baby's brain is formed by the age of 3. I mean, it's incredible. By the age of 3, and so that's why that period is just so crucial. And again, like this technology, this information is just now starting to come out. So whatever we've done in the past, it's like what's done is done. It's time to move on, and we as mothers should just take this new information and use it and use it.
Tomorrow is a new day. And I will start by massaging Caleb.
I'm gonna massage Victoria tonight.
I can't wait. Well, thank you so much for sitting with us and for being part of this event. It was so wonderful. I really had a great time. Lesson learned. I have a few lessons learned.
Yes, come on. Yeah, that's lesson number 1.
Exactly.
We have to start meeting.
Yes. You're right. Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. So nice to meet you.
So that was a lot of fun, and I think now we actually are going to chat with another speaker. Colleen is going to sit down with us, and we are going to chat a little bit with another Johnson & Johnson.
I'm going to back this up more so we can get all of this in.
All right, so another Johnson & Johnson board member, we have Colleen Padilla. She is ClassyMommy.com.
I wish I had graphics. I
know, let's just pretend that graphics are showing up.
The best part is, though, I got a cute picture of you guys with Lisa Ling.
There you go. That's how you know you have a good friend.
Yes, I did. So, right away, I was like, oh, I'm on that.
I love it. So you guys have spent the last couple of days with Johnson.
Talking all about this.
And what are like some of the great takeaways?
So my kids are older now. As you guys know, I have a first grader and a third grader. But the biggest thing for me is that I'm a little bit type-A. I'm all about the sleep routine. So bath was part of the ritual for sleep routine. These are my healthy habits for sleep routine. So, to me, the whole groundbreaking thing is that this isn't about, yes, you can use the sleep routine tool, but this is the major baby brain stimulation time that as a mom, I want to be on it. Like whether it's, if they're really little, they're not going to learn their letters, but let's let them get even more tactile with bubbles when they want to stay in the bathtub.
I was surprised to hear that.
I think they said bubbles can help with eye-hand coordination. Have you guys talked about that? They're reaching.
Someone was saying too, that she saw her daughter start to eat because she used to grab from the bubbles. I didn't realize that all of that was connected.
And if I think about it too, even when the kids are a little older in the tub, say 3 to 5, there's still, when they showed us the brain chart, there's still that big boom. 0 to 3, then 3 to 5 is the next biggest growth period. Think of the kids, they want to play games in the bathtub, use their imagination, do all that. So it's not just about I have to give
YouTube's impatient daddy. Say hi.
Oh yeah.
We're out of here. Oh, okay. Hello. How's it going? I love Google Hangouts. So
We're
hello.
Google Hangouting as we speak.
So anyways, we have to get out here early. Yeah, it's good to meet you. I'll definitely.
And I have the email, so I
say goodbye.
No, it's a pleasure meeting you too.
I'm just doing a show to keep them occupied while we say goodbye.
And so, Kelly's one too. You were at the first baby caravan.
years
What year
of
did we
with
say?
Johnson's
7 years
baby
ago?
7 years ago. And it's
Yeah,
interesting
maybe.
too, then the research was about, bath as would have been incorporated would have been all about a bedtime ritual, how it did help babies fall asleep, which we all know, and he was a newborn. So he was 3 months, and so that did, I had done that stuff with Kenzie, but then that sort of solidified, this is the right routine, this is what I need to do. Right, we said that. But then now this whole new.
What was the most shocking thing to you over the last 2 days to hear that?
I mean, just this idea that the bath is with this multi-sensory experience, that is like brain growth is happening then.
Yeah.
It's not a chore.
That was
like
mind-boggling to me.
that. Yeah, it's literally like blowing mom's mind. Like you think of it as a routine, as a ritual. You keep the baby clean. Babies have consistency, but never like I can make baby. And they also talked about massage. That was some other interesting stats, I think.
Yes.
And then the smell. I mean, that didn't surprise me because I think we all feel that in our life. That smell brings you back to memories, like how closely that's linked.
Well, I've also heard a study, I've heard this a billion times, that smell is your most powerful
That's what the
memory.
it is.
Yeah.
And it's interesting you see the kids. Because recently I had gotten like some Johnson's bedtime bath products, and Kenzie's like, Mom, I used that. I saw it in the closet when I ran out of shampoo. Why don't we do that anymore? It reminds me of being little. I love it. Don't you remember? Every night that was our bath. And I was like, why are we stopping if there's that powerful connection? Like, we need to bring that smell into our life more, which I thought was
It is pretty amazing, because we were even saying yesterday how, like, if I smell, I'm going to say the name of it wrong. It was like, is it like a cologne called Joop? J-O-O-P? I don't know. Well, like, my boyfriend from high school.
I feel like they used to use something like.
And every time I smell it, I get like, this is the show.
I remember something like Jean Jacquard or something. Jean Jacquard.
No, I can't physically
Jacquard. They were Jacquard. I just saw some high school friends with that too. They all were Jacquard.
And polo.
Yeah, polo.
It's a physical reaction.
Vomit instantly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But
We
I
have
want is a
another
baby
friend
lotion.
named Ellen. Come on down, Ellen. I'm going to share my center.
I can face that. Ellen's going to pull it on Ellen. I'm moving the flowers.
I'll let them shop.
I have to ask Ellen a question. This is serious.
You don't know how many. She's 5. I do.
5 girls.
I have 5 girls.
Do you massage your children?
I don't. Okay, so
Me neither.
I do.
Can we make a promise that we're going to start?
Well, it's really sad. I'm like, this is so gross. But recently I've started doing some like essential oil stuff because I love the smell. Yes. So one night I put it on their feet, and their gross stinky feet, and I rub their feet. Well, now every night they sit there and put their feet up, and I'm like, Mom, my feet. And after they're saying this, I'm like, I'm the worst mom ever. They're begging me for massage, and I'm like, just your feet, just your feet, just your feet. And they're like, smart, happy babies are massaged every day. And I'm like,
I put one of you. So I bought 2 essential oils. I have lavender and eucalyptus for me.
Not for her children.
So I put it every night on me.
Yeah.
And my daughter's like, well, I want to do that too. And I'm like, great, here's your lavender and here's your lotion.
Yeah.
Put it on before you go to bed.
I do that. I'm guilty of the same.
I don't do it. I make her do it. And they were like, why do I not do this for my baby?
Nobody touches my feet. My feet. You don't get pedicures? They don't want to touch my feet. Okay? I'm the person they bring people over to look at my feet. And they talk? Oh, yeah. I'm horrified. Yeah, it's disgusting. She's seen my feet. I will not show you. I have pizza. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, so to admit this on Google Plus. My pediatrician, when I was a child, might have told my mother that he's never seen feet that ugly before. Stop it! Stop it! That's terrible. I know, right? So, but I still do pedicures. I love it. I just let them talk. So wait, so you're gonna tell us what has been the most, I guess the biggest surprise you've heard of the last 2 days for Johnson? You're a big lover of the break. I am, and I think the long-term effects of the massage. We always knew touch was bonding, and I'm a big I wear my babies, and I'm a big touch person.
But I just really thought that it was kind of like the security, love, comfort, and to like hear that it's like growth, brain development, and like learning. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. We need to just like put a little more. Me and as moms, we do, we like hug and we touch and we want that, but I just kind of felt that it was a very surface, emotional thing, not really developmental.
I rush, I love Bathtime Victoria because I kind of know I know I'm not having any children, but with the boys, even when they're shy now, I'm like, hurry up, guys, let's go.
Right.
Let's go. It was never like an enjoyable experience because it was like something that needed to get done. It was
Right. It's a chore in my
It's
house.
opened my eyes quite a bit. Like, I really have to take the time. And Henry, who's only 6, I mean, he loves to take baths. And I'm like trying to encourage him to do a shower.
Right, me too with my 5-year-old. I'm like, can't you like get in right after her and I'll scrub your hair? And she's like, I don't really want to. And I'm like, it's faster.
Right. So now I'm rethinking everything.
A big eye.
Amazing job for him. So you gotta check out Ellen. She has an amazing blog. That sheep mom.
Yes.
She just put up a picture of a triple bunk bed, which I ended up seeing, and it's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? It is the coolest thing. I mean, just like stack them up
You
in
gotta blog.
there.
She has to blog about it, so your traffic
I
will
do.
quadruple in an hour.
Well,
That thing is insane.
it's this little local place that they hand build them for you. And I laugh because we bought a double bunk 2 years ago. And I've mentioned it before, and I've kind of mentioned like the triple bunk was coming, like because my poor one child has been sleeping on a mattress on the floor until we had this poor child. Also safety, so she didn't fall out of the bed yet. But so we finally did this, and we go in to order, and they saw our name, and she was like, "Oh, I've seen you on Facebook," and I was like, "Oh, is this a good thing?"
You're like, that's a good thing.
I'm like,
right?
I know, I like all your pictures.
I love it.
Well, to find out more information about Johnson & Johnson, you can go to Twitter. It's @Johnson'sBaby, or what's the hashtag? It's so much more. Till next time.
Thanks, lady.